Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is your girl MC here. Today, we are going to talk about VALIDUS. I'm not a financial advisor. Please invest what you can afford to invest. This is for educational and entertainment purposes. Do join my Telegram. You'll see that in the descriptor down below. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and comment where you're tuning in from. It's always a pleasure. Welcome back, returning viewers. Welcome, new viewers. And today we have something extra special lined up for today. And we're going to talk about validus and about compound interest and show you how compound interest works. We're going to show you how to plan with compounding over a time frame and an estimate, for example, like a basement, a back deck, a gift, retirement, a roof, a vacation, education, retirement, you name it. Are you ready to reclaim your time? Are you ready to change your life and ready to change your mindset, especially? Financial freedom tools are here for your tool belt, and leave that rat race behind. What are you waiting for? We are about to share with you can have life altering results which you can make in your own life. Now, today we have a guest, and I'm going to introduce you to someone that has made an impact in my life. I've been working with him for the last 3.5 months. He's down to earth and a very humble person. My mentor, Ian Cabral.
Hey guys, hey Melissa, thank you for having me. So today, Melissa asked me to walk you guys through some of our results with the larger account and to just break down the compounding. And so this will give you guys an idea of what you can expect from the 2 to 3% that comes in every single Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So you guys should be able to see my screen here. We'll be going through a $10,000 account. All right. In terms of the various packages, all of them pay out 2 to 3% per week. Doesn't matter which package you have, just 2 to 3% of whatever package you own in terms of value, right? So if we break down in the bonuses section here for a $10,000 package, earning 2 to 3% every single week, and we go all the way back to the very first time we got paid on March 28th, 2022. So every single person receives 2 to 3% every Monday. In this case, we got 2.4% of 10,000. Validus kept a commission of $4.80, and I have absolutely no problem with that, being that I got 235 without having to lift a finger. Now, this on its own is impressive. You guys can withdraw your profits anytime you want, but any profits you leave inside are going to automatically compound. Every single week, we make more money than the previous week. So if I go to the next page here, you guys will see because it was the first week we got paid, there was no compounding. But on the second week, what happens? We get another 2 to 3%. So we got 2.4% this week, got another 235. But notice this, this is where things start to get exciting. We used the 235 from the previous week to earn an additional compounding on top of it. So not only on week 2 did we get our 235 again, we also earned an additional $5.88. That's your money being put to work, working for you, compounding. So you'll see, guys, very quickly how fast this actually grows. Now, I don't want to bore you guys, so we'll go quickly through these results here, but you can see on the second week, the compounding profit gave me an additional $5.88. On the following week, we used the last 2 weeks of passive rewards to earn an additional compounding profit of $11.90 on top of our 235. The following week, it was an extra 18 and then 24. And you guys will see this building pretty quick. So we'll see 30, 37, 44, 51, 58. All of this is coming in passively. And you see it keeps building here. So we're at 88. Let's go next page, 126. And then finally, last Monday, right? September 12th, we'll get paid again tomorrow, right? In my time zone, it's still September 18th on Sunday, and we get paid every Monday. So tomorrow at 1 p.m., we'll get another 2 to 3%. And so we can see from last Monday, how much did we get? We got 2.3% of our $10,000 package, which worked out to be $225. But now that compounding, which started at $5.88, is giving an additional $168. That's extremely powerful. And so you guys can take note of this. In the transaction page, you can get a breakdown of all of your packages, see how many weeks it's been, right? So I know Melissa has already explained to all of you guys on this channel that every single package lasts for 60 weeks. Doesn't matter if you have a $50 package compounding for you. Doesn't matter if you have a $10,000 package. 60 weeks of passive income. So in this case, 25 weeks have passed with this $10,000 account. There's still another 35 weeks of passive income coming in. But I want you guys to see the power, okay? And we can actually break down the 60 weeks so you guys can create a financial plan for yourself. That's what many of our team members are doing. So what you guys can write down in your notes here is that after we hit 29 weeks, what's going to happen? Well, if we observe this so far from 25 weeks, we've earned 5,762. That's 25 times of us just getting paid 2 to 3% every Monday. So why is it then when I click on my wallet section, I see almost an extra $2,000, right? 7,700 is because every single week our passive rewards are fed into this reward wallet. We can withdraw this at any time, but anything that's in here, right? In this case, we got 7,700. That's being put to work every single week. So if you guys were wondering when you click on bonuses, where this compounding reward is coming from, it's that reward wallet. That's your money being put to work. So what happens after 29 weeks? We've made 100% return, assuming you're, of course, allowing your money to compound. You're setting it and forgetting it. After 29 weeks, when you've made 100% return, what do you expect this compounding section to look like? Well, if you have a $10,000 package and you make 100%, your reward wallet will have $10,000. You can withdraw this at any point. Assuming I leave it, of course, I have 10,000 earning me an additional 2.3%. So how much would that be in terms of a weekly, how much are we making? At 29 weeks, guys, our income doubles, right? We have not only the original package earning us, still got 35 weeks left, as you guys saw, 35 more weeks of this 2 to 3%. But after 29 weeks, I also have another 10,000 here. It's as if I have 20,000. Well, actually, I have 20,000 at that point, earning me passive income. So this is how you guys can plan. You know, passive income is meant to be, it's meant to be used, guys. Withdraw it. Go get a massage, go to the beauty parlor, you know, whatever you guys want to do with your passive income. But it's important that you guys know how you can plan. So after 29 weeks, you'll know your income, the amount you're making every single week is double. If you want to withdraw the amount that you're getting from compounding, right? This will be another 225. You guys can withdraw that every week. You can do it from week 1 if you want, right? It's just important that you create a plan. What do you want to do with your passive income? This is so important. After 45 weeks, we've made 200% return, right? So what would that look like? Well, if I started with a $10,000 package and I make 200% return, this will be at 20,000, right? It's not get rich quick, guys. It takes 45 weeks of compounding, allowing that passive income to come in every Monday. But once this is at 20,000 on week 45, how much am I making every week? Well, if 10,000 is giving me 225, the math is very easy. 20,000 will give me double that, $450.80. So what does that mean in terms of how much are you making every single week after 45 weeks? You're earning triple the amount that you're making when you first started, right? And you guys can see that already after just 25 weeks. I go to the very first time we were paid, we got 235, 2.4%. We didn't get any compounding profit that first week. But now, present day, after 25 weeks, we're still getting our 2 to 3%, but I'm getting an additional 168. On week 29, that'll be another 225. So this is where you guys can really, whether you want to set it and forget it and earn the full 350% after 60 weeks, if you guys want to withdraw, go for it. You have these different dates that allow you to create a plan, right? Week 29, 100% return. Week 45, 200% return. Week 60, 350% return. All right, guys? And of course, there's the education. Throughout those 60 weeks, I would highly recommend you go through the education, get educated. The educator has a track record last 2.5 years of making 500% every 6 weeks. And you guys have an opportunity to learn directly from him. He's teaching you guys how to do day trading, how to trade Forex, how to do what's called smart money concepts. This is exactly how banks trade in order to make money. And he has a phenomenal track record. So take advantage of that, of course, right? Or just set it and forget it and allow your money to work for you. Now, Melissa also asked me that I break down the compounding for you guys, how to calculate that out so you guys can see what makes sense. What amount does result in some form of a life-changing difference for you? Doing that math is very straightforward, guys. Just pull up Google search, and you can search compound interest calculator, right? And I would actually recommend whatever search result it is for you, make sure you use thecalculatorsite.com. Okay, reason why is because in Validus, we compound every single week. And many of these calculators only do monthly or yearly compounding. Weekly is much better. So you make sure you use thecalculatorsite.com. All right. And that'll allow us to break it down in terms of weekly income. Now, initial balance, that's up to you guys. That's a personal decision. I'll give you guys the numbers here so you can see what that'll amount to after 60 weeks, right? Now, in terms of returns, I always like to plan based on a worst case scenario. Okay. So I've never once ever earned less than 2.3%. But again, when you're creating a financial plan, do it based on worst case. And if you earn extra, fantastic. So for interest, I put 2.1%. I'll type in weekly or enter weekly. 60 weeks translates to 1 year and 2 months. Okay. So just over a year. And then finally, compound interval is weekly. All right. We're paid 52 times in a year, right? 60 times over 60 weeks. So based on, in keeping with our previous example, right, with a $10,000 package, if we put in 10,000 here and calculate this, we'll see that after 60 weeks, it's 350%. And you guys can see a breakdown of that, right? If you scroll down in the calculator, you can also see it on a graph, however you guys want to plan. Now, one thing that we've been, just to close off, one thing that we've been teaching some of our team members, they've been compounding for a while. They're seeing some very nice returns. And I always encourage people to reward yourself. You know, when you're making good passive income, withdraw, treat yourself, pay some bills, whatever it is you have to do, right? And so if you want to plan based on that, click on advanced options, select withdrawals, and this is pretty cool. You can do, instead of monthly, I would recommend do it based on percentage. In my experience, I've fooled around with both percent each year and percent of earnings yearly. You guys can play around with that. In my experience, this 1% each year gives me more of it's more emphasis on withdrawals. Okay. But you guys can play with those two options. And I have some accounts. I have multiple accounts. Some, like I showed you, I'm just setting it and forgetting it. I want the full 350%, but I have bills to pay. So other accounts, I'm withdrawing that passive income to quite literally pay bills, right? So in that case, for those accounts, for example, I'll put 50% here, calculate this, and then this will also give you an idea in terms of what you're going to get both with in terms of withdrawals, profits, and also how much you have left inside to earn you more compounding the following year. So two things are happening here. You're getting withdrawals and you still have more than you started with. Started with 10,000. You still got 16,000 next year earning me more money. So if 10,000 made me 13,000 with 16,000 for the following, imagine what next year will compound to, right? And so in terms of withdrawals, I would recommend, because you're focusing on long-term withdrawing, paying yourself the whole time, do it for a longer period of time, of course. And so if we do 4 years and 8 months, always make it a multiple of 60 weeks, right? Or 1 year and 2 years, 1 year and 2 months. If we calculate this, you'll see what happens here, right? And we're on yearly. So we can see in year one, we started with 10,000. Okay, same as this account here, right? After our first year is done, we've withdrawn 13,000. Okay, that gives us, this green section is net profit. So because we went in with 10,000, we got back 13,000. We have an extra profit of 3,000, right? On top of the money we originally started with. However, what's happening here, guys? Not only did we make a nice chunk of profit, we still have 16,000, right? Earning for the following year. So that's 16,000 on year number 2 makes us 21,000 in withdrawals. We have net, since we started, 25,000 that we've made on top of the 10,000 that we got back, right? And we have 25,000 left over for the next year to compound. So you can see with this system, it focuses quite heavily on the withdrawal aspect. But I enjoy this because I know that, one, every single time I'm on a leadership call, the vision is always long term. So in this way, my money is growing over the long term. My withdrawals are growing every single year. The amount I'm making every single year is growing. So this is a very nice system. And you guys, by all means, fool around with this. If you want to focus more on withdrawals, increase. You can do 70, you guys can do 100%. It's your funds. You know, we just work within the team to help you guys see what makes sense, you know, in terms of your withdrawal, whatever it is. All right. Melissa, I hope this helps.
This helps a lot. Thank you very much for your time today, Ian.
No problem. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Melissa, you're doing very well. I'm happy to see you've been looking after everyone, and it's a joy to see the results, how people are doing. It's been a pleasure. Truly. You're a fantastic leader. Thank you for being you.
Thank you, Ian, for opening up one of the packages at the back end, showing the compensation compounding from day one all the way to present date, last Monday. And in addition to the compound interest weekly on what's accumulated, and opening up how to read the compound interest calculator. Your girl MC signing off for today. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, jump into the descriptor below and join the Telegram group. DM me directly. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see you on the next vlog.